Hi everyone, this is Paulina from paulinaskitchen.com and today I will show you my father's delicious pork barbecue. With a few little tricks, the meat will be juicy, tender, but the skin still crispy. I love it and I could eat this pork all the time. Let's start making the recipe. First, we have to prepare the marinade for our meat. In a bowl, place 10 large garlic cloves, peeled and sliced, 20 grams of sugar, 22 grams of white mustard seeds, lightly grated in a mortar 5 grams of allspice berries, 7 grams of juniper berries, and 14 grams of black peppercorns. Now I will add to it some dried spice like 3 grams of lovage, 2 grams of savory, 6 grams of majoram, 2 grams of thyme, 4 grams of oregano, and 1 gram of rosemary. Add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 120 grams of neutral tasting cooking oil. I am using here the grapeseed oil. Mix everything well together and set it aside. At this point we have to prepare the meat. I have here over 4 pounds of pork neck. Cut it into 2 pieces along the grain. Later, when we will slice it, we'll do that against the grain. It will be much easier to chew this way. I will also use 3.5 pounds of pork ham, and I will not slice it. I will leave it in one whole piece. Now the pork belly. This piece weighs 5.5 pounds. I will cut it into 3 equal pieces along the grain as well. Afterward, make cross cuts on the skin. Do not cut the meaty part, only the fat and skin part. I will also use a piece of pork loin. That loin weighs 2.5 pounds. Now prepare a big bowl and 170 grams of fine salt, but save 1 tablespoon of salt for later. Sprinkle the bottom of the bowl with a bit of salt and place there a piece of meat. Now sprinkle it with salt and place another piece of meat. Repeat the process until you will finish the meat and salt. Now massage the meat very carefully. The salt has to be everywhere, even in a little cracks on the pork belly. Then we have to do almost the same but with the spices. And here the same as with salt. Herbs have to be everywhere. This way our meat will be fresh for a few days. When you are done with massaging the meat, place it in a big metal pot or bowl. Try to kind of press the meat down. We have to be sure there is not a lot of space between meat pieces. Then cover it with enough big plate or lid and sprinkle the edges of the plate with the remaining tablespoon of salt. Cover with a clean cotton kitchen towel, then with the lid, and place it in the fridge for 2 up to 3 days. After that time, you can start baking the meat. First, warm it up at room temperature for 60 minutes before baking. Then, preheat your oven up to 395 Fahrenheit degrees or 200 Celsius degrees. Place the meat on a baking tray and start baking it in preheated oven. After 30 minutes, take out the pork loin from the oven and let it rest for 20 minutes before slicing. For the rest of the meat, lower the temperature to 320 Fahrenheit degrees or 160 Celsius degrees. Pork ham should be baked for 1 more hour. The pork belly and the pork neck should be baked for 2 hours after reducing the temperature. Remember to let the meat rest for at least 20 minutes after baking. It will keep your meat juicy and tender. Guys, this meat is great for sandwich, for lunch, for any occasion. Let me know in the comment box below what part of the pork barbecue you like the most. I can tell you, the pork neck is my personal favorite. If you like this video or you want to see more recipes like that in the future, please subscribe by pressing the red subscribe button below the video. More recipes like that you can find on my website paulinaskitchen.com. Bye!